you from Memphis, Tennessee, and we're going to talk about the July 2021 Kiwi Club kit, and it's called Happiest Place on Earth. Let me grab the packaging here. And the colors are incredible, very vibrant. And it sounds like it's a Disney theme with that title, but it's really not. It can be Disney. They've put together a free printable, Kiwi Lane did, to use this for Disney photos, but it's really more geared toward carnival and fairs and amusement parks. So here it is, the Happiest Place on Earth, July 2021. Kiwi Club kit, and I'm doing a video to show you a layout that I did using this kit. I also wanted to show you the digital idea book that comes every month with each kit and has tons of great ideas on how to, different sketches and ways to use this kit. This one, I think, has pretty much all layouts in it. And a lot of times there are cards and some kind of DIY crafts or home decor items. But this is really focusing on layouts. And this is one where you can see the Disney theme. So you can scan this QR code and there's a free printable to use your templates and do a Disney themed layout. So so that's shown here in the idea book, and I print them out every month. Here's the layout that Susan did, and I print these out. I have an HP printer, and there's a really great program called HP Instant Ink that I use with my HP printer, so it's very inexpensive, and so I can just color print like crazy. So so that's what I do. I've got these all printed out every month, and they're just a great resource as a part of your Kiwi Club membership. So I would really recommend using this, either using it digitally on your iPad or on your computer or on your phone, or printing it out like I do. And so what I did was I took an idea from this Ideas to Inspire, and I kind of changed it up a little bit. It's this layout right here. If you can see this, they made a really cool Ferris wheel using the templates in this month's kit. Let me show you the templates here. This is the back of the kit. Here are all the templates that you get with this month's kit. They're really fun, really, really fun. And they use this template here to make the Ferris wheel, and along with rings. And this is using a template from last month from the June 2021 kit. And it's called Scenic Route. And of course, now I gotta find out what I do with it here. Is it in here? Should be in here. I used it to make I made my kind of starburst, or this element right here. I decided to do it diagonally on my layout, if you can see that. And so I used Scenic Route, and I actually used that on both ends of the starburst. Let me find that. I don't know what in the world I did with it. It was in my little tray here. Now I've lost it. Let's see here. Sorry about that. Is it under here? Because I was using, oh no, I know where it's at. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you this layout and all the different elements that I put together using this kit, and doing a fair theme, using some photos from back in 2012. and I want to show you the finished layout and kind of point out the different elements in this video, but I also want to show you a quick demo on how I did. Here's the scenic route. Looks like an paper airplane. I used this to make these really cool diagonal elements on both of my pages. So I'm going to show you how I did this. But first, definitely comment on the photo, excuse me, on the video. Make a comment, and the reason I'm kind of fumbling a little bit is because it's like 4 in the morning and I've been up all night, which is not unlike me. I don't know if y'all are nighttime scrappers or are, night owls like me, but I seem to get tons of work done at night. So comment, please, and let me know if you're like me, if you tend to be up at these hours sometimes, scrapbooking or crafting. And if you would subscribe, I would love that too. And then also go to Tammy Snyder's video. She and I are the 2 gals doing the videos this month for the Kiwi Club kit to show some ideas on how to use it. So go over to Tammy's video also and comment, please, and subscribe to her channel. So we're both creative partners with Kiwi Lane and helping each other out, supporting each other, and showing how you can use these fun kits. This is just something that is a real treat to get every month. So I highly recommend it. And there are tons of ideas in the digital idea book, but there are, YouTube videos like this that we're doing to show you how to give you ideas on how to use your kit, and just not let it sit and pile up. We want people to use these kits. So this is the layout that I did using the July 2021 kit. And like I said, I did this element that I got an idea of from the idea book, from the monthly idea book, but I decided to do it diagonally. So instead of doing it up and down and kind of making a Ferris wheel in the middle, I decided to do two of them, 2 full sunburst kind of look, I guess, or I don't know what you would call it, but I used this template, here and here, here and here. And I'm going to show you how I did that using a little bit of the paper from this kit, but also some scraps that I had. I like to incorporate scraps if I can to extend the kit to get more use out of it. I didn't want to cut into some of these pages that these papers that I haven't even cut into yet. Like this will be my other 2 background sheets for another couple 2-page layout. I may even use the back side and scrapbook on it, or I may pull in some other 12 by 12 pieces of paper again to extend the kit, because I've got a lot of paper here still, and I'm not going to cut into these for this element that I'm going to make and show you guys. I'm going to use some scraps instead, so I want to keep these intact for some other layouts. So I'm going to use scraps along with 1 or 2 pieces of paper that I've already cut into to show you how I did this. But before I do that, I'm going to show you some elements here. I used Kiwi Lane on these 2 side vertical borders. On this, like I said, I used the scenic route paper airplane shape that is from the June 2021 kit, Kiwi Club kit. If you don't have that, if you decide to subscribe and give the club a chance or give it a try, you'll have access to prior month's kits. So if you wanted to get this scenic route template set, it also comes with a really cool stencil, and then another neat element of arrows. Then you'll have access to that if you sign up for the Kiwi Club. You get access to prior month's kits, and you get a 10% discount on all products, even brand new products, which reminds me we have a product release this Thursday, brand new products, and I used a couple of the new, well, maybe one of the new products in this layout, and I'm going to show you that as well. So Kiwi Lane are our borders, scenic route to make these elements. I used, here's our little templates from this month's kit. Let's see here. Right here are some little bumper cars, a little bumper car shape. However, I changed it up to make it look like race cars because my daughters are in a cool race car ride here. So I changed this up and made it into a race car, and I'll show you how I did that. Let me grab the pieces here of this kit, the templates that are in this month's kit. Here is the little bumper car, if you can see that, bumper car. And I cut it out, and then I just, instead of having this little curved edge, I just cut it to be straight. So if you can kind of see that, I cut it to be straight to look more like a race car. And then used enamel dots as the wheels, used some stickles on it. And that was a suggestion from the Kiwi Club idea book. So here, look at these cute, cute templates. Look at this, neat for circus and for carnival. I can't wait to do a layout. My next layout with this is going to be a carousel theme, and so I can't wait to use this. This is so neat. Look at that. What a really fantastic template. And this cotton candy or ice cream cone shape, just absolutely darling. And then this cute little bumper car shape. So that is called Fun Fair, and there's 6 templates with that kit or with that set. And so I used the bumper car to make these little race cars, and used, let me see here, also over here, the cotton candy, and I put some stickles on it because it has some little stenciling that you can draw with your pencil, and then I went over that with the stickles right there. So this went with our theme, and then right here is a little banner that I used the new Tiny Seasons that's coming out on Thursday. It's coming out on Tuesday for Kiwi Club members. So that's the other perk of being a Kiwi Club member, is that you get access to the new release products a few days earlier, and you get 10% off all products. You have access to prior kits. So there's just a lot of cool benefits from being a Kiwi Club member. So, but yeah, this is called Tiny Seasons. You can see these. We got a little strawberry, a star, this neat little banner. And so that's what I used right here, was that little banner from Tiny Seasons. We've got a little bunny, a flag probably for 4th of July. Got a ghost. And a little tree and a pumpkin, a little topiary kind of shape. So just precious. Look at this cute leaf, little oak leaf. So that is brand new, coming out in a couple days, or I guess tomorrow on Thursday. So let me show you everything I did. I used Adorn to kind of get a little bit more pop of yellow over here. So I used the tiny border, so a card border. You can use them on your layouts. They're not just for cards. Adorn is what I used here. And I cut this out of one of the little 16 cards, titling cards that come in the kit. This is from that. And then there were, in some of the cards, I cut out these cute little tickets. And all these little elements here are from the kit. And so you just cut them out, and helps with some titling and captioning. So let me put this over here. And so yeah, that's what all these are right here. Here for the concessions. I thought that was hilarious when, you know, my daughters were standing in front of funnel cakes. Ferris wheel, so they're on the Ferris wheel here. They're in these cute, you know, race cars. And let's see, what else? I used expressions. So this is one of our journaling templates, and it's called Expressions. And to be honest, I don't journal as much as I should, so I tend to use these journaling templates more for the outside shape than I do sometimes for the journaling. So you can see here I turned it sideways and just used it to go around this card, this titling element, fair. So that's what that is. And then the other cool thing that I did, and this is using last month's Kiwi Club kit templates, the June Club, where I basically just took a ruler and I made a straight line, and then I took this stencil and did these, filled in all these little like dotted line, you know, like it's a street. And actually I kind of wish now that I would have drawn another straight line, but I didn't. I don't know. I think that kind of looks cool. Kind of looks like a road. I wanted it to look like a highway that these cars are driving on. So there is a scenic route that I used. So this is the layout that I put together. I hope you can see it well. You can get that feel of the diagonal usage, and just kind of highlight the photos. The colors are bright. So let me show you how I did this element. Let's just do an example of that. Let me move this out of the way for now. And I'm going to show you, let's see here, some of the paper that I grabbed out to use as, you know, scraps. This is what I'm going to use as my base paper, I believe. So what I did was I made 3 to 4 cutouts of my scenic route, this paper airplane. Okay. And I made it a little longer than what it, I'm going to move this over so we can see a little bit better. Hopefully, let me make sure I'm not filming with that thing in the way. No, but it gives a little more light, I think. So let's see here. I can show you how I cut. We're going to use this as our base, this really bright diamond shape. Let me grab this here. Oops. I'm going to cut out, I'm going to trace 2 of these. I think I need 2 of these as my base if I want to make a diagonal. And I'm really going to just do one page diagonal at this point. One diagonal on the left side of a 2-page spread. Actually, I didn't mean to do that. Let's see here. Let me just erase that. Yeah, we don't want to use this V shape. We really want it to be straight across. So that was didn't mean to do that. Let's see here. Okay, so I'm gonna do just, I guess, this right here. All right. So I've got 2 of my shapes, and I'm going to cut. I'm going to cut across here where I did before. Let's see if I can see where I did that. Yeah. All right, and then I'm going to see if I can actually cut this on the diagonal. Oh, I kind of got that in a little, let's see here. All right. So let's see, we're going to have 2 triangles, and then we're going to cut the other pieces that coordinate with this. All right, so there's basically our triangles. I'll put that aside. So now I'm going to take this shape and do a yellow version. It's not going to quite go all the way to the end. This is kind of a more narrow sheet, but I think we'll be okay. Let me see here, actually, if I can do this. That might work a little better. I think that does. Let's try that. All right. Okay, and then I'm gonna kind of have it right there, make a tick mark there, and do a diagonal cut across the bottom. I hope that's gonna work. Let's see here. I think that looks okay. So we're gonna cut this triangle out of our yellow paper. And let me trace the other pieces. I've got a red scrap. Let me do this one. Let's do this side. All right, I like to kind of do the straight edge on here. It's one less cut to make. Again, do not trace in here. You want to have a straight cut at the bottom. Actually, let me just do this one too. So we will, I think I'm going to have the 3 different colors. I may not use this blue, may not use one of the elements here, but we'll have another option if we choose to. If we choose to have another color in there. Let's see here. Okay. So let's get our last tracing done of our arrow. And put this in our little tray here. Let's see. All right, so let's cut. Okay, that's not gonna work. Let's see here. What do I need to do? Where did I end? Right there. It's hard to tell where I'm at here. What do you think? How do I want to do that? I know I'm in the corner, but it is hard to tell where this ends. Let me see. Probably do it. Okay, I know I gotta bring it in a little bit more. Right there. But it's got to be like that. Okay, so there's gonna be that triangle. I chose these scraps because they coordinate really well with the colors in this very colorful palette. Let's see here. Figure out where that's going to cut. Yep, looks pretty good right there. And let's get this last cut, and then I'll show you how I kind of divided them up to get that look. All right, so here are our triangles, and they're not perfect, but you'll find that I think really it's fine. You really can't tell that they're not probably absolutely exact replicas of each other. But that's kind of the nice thing about Kiwi Lane and about scrapbooking in general, is that, you know, you don't have to be super precise, and things will really look nice and turn out well. So what I'm going to do is, these will be my background. So I'm not going to cut these. These are going to be laid down, and these pieces are going to be layered over these. So these are the ones that I really need to decide what how many, I guess, pieces I want to cut them into. and they're about 4 inches at the wide side of the the bottom of the triangle. So I'm going to just do inch tick marks here. Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and that's on, and I was going to try to do these. I think I cut them together a little bit before, but that was kind of tough. So I'm going to do them separately and just cut each one by themselves. Let's do the blue. So if you can tell, I'm getting this approximately inch tick marks going, and I think that I cut them with my scissors before, but let's see if I can do it. No, I did it this way, I guess, but it's kind of hard to keep it from moving. So we'll see if I can get it to cut nicely. So there's one. Two. And then we're going to get 3 out of here. Again, not the best total cut. You can tell it's a little weird at the top, but it seemed to still look pretty good even with that happening. So that didn't, yeah, look. All right, I think it's still going to be fine. So I think that's why I ended up maybe trying to just cut it by hand rather than trying to cut it with the cutter, because it just kind of kept, I couldn't keep the paper from moving. Again, I'm sure it's a user error, but let's see if this would work. Maybe I can just cut this by hand and get a pretty good look. Yeah, look at that. So that, I'll just fussy cut this or use my scissors. So I think that's gonna be fine too. And then I did ink the edges of all my pieces. A little tedious, so you don't have to do that. It's up to you. So here are the pieces we're gonna use. And so we got red, blue, and we're gonna have yellow. And you can just tell this was a back of a piece of scrap paper that was a pattern. But this red on the other side is absolutely perfect. So let's do this here. So I know where to cut. And then I'll show you how easy it is to just kind of put this together. It's a really neat element, something quite unique. I mean, a lot of you, I'm sure, can figure this out. I mean, I just did it on my own from eyeballing what Susan did on just looking at the picture, but I think she's got a video, I'm pretty sure, where she shows how to do this, but well, I'm not sure, I guess, which is probably why I'm doing this, because I'm not sure that there was a video showing how to do it. So I guess there is now. This is my take on it, or my way of doing it. I'm sure there are other ways, and probably even better ways. All right, so here is that. So I take this as your base, and then just choose your colors. I'm gonna probably put the yellow in the middle. All right. And then probably gonna put red. Like that. the other side. And it really doesn't matter how it looks at the top or even how it looks at the bottom. You really want to make sure that you're putting these pieces to make sure that they go all the way down below the bottom edge of this, and I'll show you why in a second. Let me ink. I am going to ink the edges here before I lay anything, before I adhere anything, because I think it really adds something to the look. Let's get that done. We'll ink these edges before we finish up here. And then I'll show you, if you look at the example of what I've already done, I covered up where the two arrows meet with a photo. And you can cover it with an element also, because it's kind of, it's not a perfect, it doesn't all come to a perfect point together. So you want to disguise that with some kind of design element or with a photo. So keep that in mind. So it doesn't have to look absolutely perfect at the top or the bottom, and you'll see how it ends up still looking very nice. All right, and then I'll ink the edges of this base piece. And you'll see this didn't even come to a point when I cut it, but it's okay because, again, it's going to be disguised. All right, so let's do this yellow in the middle. I'm going to use glue. I used glue stick actually on mine, but let's just use glue here. So this I'm going to put in the middle. And again, at the bottom here, you want to make sure that it goes all the way down, and then try to get it kind of in the middle. All right, it's just, it's going to be a little asymmetrical, slightly, not enough to look weird or to look not right. So just don't sweat it. Don't get too hung up on trying to get it perfect. So I don't think it's really necessary to do that. I think it is good if you can kind of overlap maybe a little bit and make sure that you don't have a real gap, too much of a gap here where you can see the underlying paper. So if you need to overlap a bit, that's okay. I would suggest that. I think it looks better than if you have any kind of a gap where it shows this background sheet. I really don't want that. Okay. Again, if you want more of the outside paper to show, overlap these a little more. It's definitely doable. So there's one. And so instead of doing the other one, I'm going to show you what it looks like on another, your background sheet. I wish now I would have grabbed out another piece of background, but I didn't think about it. So let's see, I'm going to use this side, I think. So here's what we did. So this is the way it's going to go on your page. All right, you're going to go down here. See, you're going to put this all the way to the edge where you can't see your point at all. You can't see this dark blue point. All right, and you need to decide kind of what angle you want it at. I just eyeballed it, and so then you put this on here, you do another one just like this, you put it the other direction, meet in the middle, or they'll come close, or they may overlap a little bit, and then you'll cover that with some kind of, like I said, design element or photo. But let me adhere this, and I'll show you how you end up finishing out the corner, how neat it looks when you can kind of cut that off You can use glue or tape. I'm using quite a bit of tape runner there, but so I'm going to put that like that. I'm going to have it make sure it's kind of going in the middle. In fact, what you could do, and I think this is what I did, I actually tried to find a middle point. So here's kind of 6 inches that way, and then we're going to get 6 inches this way. All right, so right there is kind of our center point, I would say. So I think it makes it a little bit easier if you can find that center point and try to get to that. All right, so there is the one element, and then what you want to do is you just want to turn it over and just cut off this excess, and it really leaves a nice corner. Let's do the other side. And then you've got these scraps that I'm gonna use in some way. I'm gonna try to think about how to use them. But look at that, isn't that a neat look? Look how nice that turns out. But I'm gonna use these scraps. This is my scraps from the layout I just did. I think there's gonna be some usage for these. Comment if you think of something that I could use all these cool triangles for. I think they're neat. And then I got these additional ones. So, and what I did was I cut off a little bit of excess of the layered pieces. So there's another couple, or one more, and then here's another one. So cut off that one piece there, and got that. So these will be fun to do something with. So I'll try to figure that out. But yeah, so here's your really neat element. And I'm gonna just make more of these using all this combination of papers. And again, let me pull this back in and show you what it looks like as a completed layout. Right there. I hope you all have enjoyed this today and have liked the kit and what I've done with it, and hopefully it's given you some ideas. Y'all have a great day and enjoy this, and please check out Tammy's video and subscribe and like and all that stuff. That would be wonderful. Take care. Bye.